What I'm about to tell you guys, I have stated this many times before already. The holiday season is over. The holiday season is over. Christmas is gone. New Year's is over with. I hope you got the partying out of your system. Next week, WWE will be in Jacksonville, Florida for Smackdown Live. Where Monday Night Raw is, I don't know, nor do I care. But next week, WWE goes back to being a live broadcast. WWE has already stated 2 weeks ago that we are in a new era and that we're going to see change and new faces and new matchups. The power is in the people. If next week does not bring change, there will never be change. Enough of the fucking talking. Enough of giving this company a bye. Enough of the excuses and the fucking pussyfooting around the goddamn topic. It's over. It's all over. I hope you all got it out of your systems. If next week does not bring change, then we will never get change. I don't understand why we were told something and we haven't even seen a glimpse of it yet. Oh, but JD, they're waiting for the live show, man. When someone tells you something, they need to act upon it. If a boss is going to give you a raise and promises you a raise, right? And he says, you're going to see the pay increment or the pay increase on your next paycheck. This was 2 weeks ago we promised this. You get paid bi-weekly. And if you get your paycheck, you're excited to get paid for the week, you open up the envelope, and then you see that there was no pay increase. He didn't deliver on his promise. That's exactly what WWE has done. If there was no change to happen yet, then why were we told there was going to be change? SmackDown Live, just like Monday Night Raw, needs to change. Something about these shows. There's a certain sameness to these shows. Just like the way the show opened up tonight. Welcome to wherever the fuck they are. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is SmackDown Live. Blow me. Blow me. I gotta hear Tom Phillips utter the same fucking garbage that we usually hear every fucking week. I don't give a shit what changes. The announce team, a camera angle, graphics, a new theme song, pyro. Something needs to change. Oh, but JD, it was a New Year's Day episode, man. Enough. Enough. It's over. Change next week for both Raw and SmackDown. If I'm not on here in some sort of positive way for both of these shows next week, there's going to be an issue. There's going to be an issue. I don't want to start the year off losing my voice before the Royal Rumble. Enough. Enough. SmackDown Live tonight. We're going to go over everything that happened. Really, nothing happened. A lot of illogical decisions, as always, with this fucking company. I don't know what the fuck was going on tonight. I don't know why John Cena was there. I don't know why they fed him Andrade Cien Almas tonight. I don't know why Samoa Joe had to be the only guy to qualify for a fatal five-way that other men were already a part of. It was just something that came out of dust. Just materialized. I don't understand the logic of this company. We're going to go over all that today on the podcast, man. If you're looking for my thoughts on Monday Night Raw, they're there. They're on the channel. It's live on the channel right now. Go and check it out. The final Raw of 2018 review is there. This was the worst creative year in the history of Monday Night Raw. 26 years that this show has been on TV. And this has been the worst year creatively for WWE. And please do not tell me that the shows are getting better, or you got to give WWE a bye, it's the holiday, or blah, 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 blah. No, the shows are not getting better. This is the worst I've ever seen Monday Night Raw. This is the worst state of the show ever. Ever. And all these apologists need to shut their fucking mouths. All these trolls need to shut their fucking mouth, okay? So if you want to see my thoughts on what happened on Monday Night Raw, you guys can certainly go check that out live on the channel right now. Please follow me on social media, man. I want to build my social media presence much more than I did in 2018 this year, man. Follow me on social media, at JD from NY206 on Twitter. Same thing as Instagram. Follow me on Twitch, JD from New York. And if you guys want to support the podcast via Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206, hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications so you guys know when I do indeed upload. Podcast is brought to you by Harry's, harrys.com/script for your free trial. That is our unique link here for the podcast. Harrys.com/script. You're going to get a free trial shave set for basically nothing, man. All you guys have to do is pay the shipping and handling. If you guys want a great razor blade and a great shave, Harry's is your go-to, man. I've been using it for over a year. It is fantastic. You're going to get a razor handle, a blade, shave gel, and a travel protective case for your blade, all for free. So if you guys want to get it for yourself, if you guys want to give a gift, Harry's is your man. Harrys.com/script. So make sure you guys go and support the podcast through our main sponsor, Harrys.com/script. Let's get into the SmackDown Live review, man. Let's get into the podcast. The show opened up with The New Day celebrating New Year's. This was taped on Saturday, so they have to pretend for the night that it's New Year's Day. And the crowd, by the way, during this show, I know I'm going to get some fucking idiot in the comments, oh, well, the crowd sounded organic, or the crowd sounded natural. No, they did not. Did you see when Samoa Joe came out after the New Day segment, how they piped in overwhelming boos for Samoa Joe? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If Samoa Joe comes out, the one thing that you hear more than anything is people chanting along to his theme song by chanting Joe. But Joe's a heel. So they figured, why not? Let's bury the positive reaction that Joe gets because we don't want to make it seem like he's over with the people. And they just put huge boos over the audio for Samoa Joe. I fucking hate it. I hate these tape shows. And then there'll be some fucking idiot. On social media, or he'll make a video about me. JD says he hates tape shows, but he loves NXT. NXT is far superior than Raw and SmackDown. NXT doesn't pipe in boos or cheers. What you get with a tape show with NXT is genuine reaction. They don't alter their crowds like SmackDown and Raw do. So blow me, Mr. Troll, who's irrelevant to everybody. SmackDown Live opened up with a New Day. Big E comes out wearing a fucking diaper. And Kofi Kingston is complaining that he's been here for 16 years. And he wants to main event WrestleMania. He wants the WWE Championship. They all announce that they will be in the Royal Rumble. And they will go on to have the best chance out of anybody because they will work together as a unit. That's not going to be a thing unless all three of them are in the ring together. One of them can draw number 1. Big E could draw number 20. And Kofi Kingston could draw number 28. And by that time, Xavier Woods could be eliminated, and none of them will be in the ring at the same time. So, unless they're all in the ring at the same time, I don't think the New Day are going to stand a chance in the Royal Rumble. Woods and Kofi are in suits. Big E is dressed as a large baby, like I said, in diapers. And he's got the bottle. The bottle was included. I wish there was fucking scotch in the bottle. It's the only way for me to ever dress up like that. Big E talks about the chances they have of winning the Royal Rumble, and Woods says he's doing Scott Steiner math. Kofi talks about their chances. I'm pretty sure Scott Steiner would have been a much more entertaining promo than these three clowns. Kofi talks about their chances in going to WrestleMania 35 to main event and win the WWE title, but it's not just the WWE title. Then Xavier Woods mentions, or it could be that they challenge for the Universal Championship. There is no set championship. The winner of the Royal Rumble, and WWE is making this very well known, so make sure you guys pay attention to that little attention to detail. that the winner of the Royal Rumble has the opportunity to challenge for the title of their choosing. So Woods mentions that we could also challenge for the Universal Championship. Then makes a joke about Brock Lesnar not showing up. They talk about New Year's resolutions. Woods says their doctor says they should no longer eat pancakes. And Woods says from now on they will be handing out heads of lettuce and balsamic vinegar. I love balsamic vinegar, man. Balsamic vinegar is a great way to marinate chicken breast. And that's what I usually do, man. I cook a lot with balsamic vinegar, and I love putting balsamic vinegar on my salads. So I would love if they handed out little mini salads with balsamic vinegar. Add some olives, add some cucumbers, add some fucking sliced tomatoes, nice and thin. You know, maybe some croutons, some cheese, some Parmesan, and you got yourself some healthy eating. And I sound like I'm fucking serving you a dish at Titus Catering. I'm sure Titus has a wonderful Caesar salad. So Big E gets caught hiding pancakes in his mouth. He pulls pancakes out of his diaper. And I hope to God that the pancake thing is going away. I never understood it. I don't even know where the fuck it came from, why they did it in the first place. And Big E took pancakes out of his diaper and started throwing them in the audience. Now you can understand why the New Day is not going to be doing the pancake gimmick anymore. That, I'm sure, is a health hazard. Now, I don't think anybody is stupid enough to eat a fucking pancake that was down Big E's diaper, but weirder things have been shown by the WWE Universe. So Kofi says his resolution is to buy a new car. A yellow bug, which I'm sure that had to correlate with John Cena and his Transformer movie, Yellow Bumblebee. You guys get the movie reference there. Fans chant, "We want pancakes." Kofi says, yes, I'm going to buy myself a new car. Big E says that is the pilot of the new Bumblebee movie or the plot rather, not pilot, plot of the new Bumblebee movie with John Cena. Big E plugs the movie's rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Woods says that he will use the year of 2019 to learn to navigate the world with a blindfold and guide his kids to safety. So I'm guessing that's a take on Bird Box. So, you know, WWE's always got to keep in with the top trends. You know, and by the way, Bird Box was absolutely fucking fantastic. Bandersnatch was fucking fantastic, man. I watched them both over the holiday weekend, but Bird Box was just fucking crazy. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything. I highly recommend you guys watch it after you finish watching me. The only thing I did not like about Bird Box, and it was like I was watching a fucking episode of Monday Night Raw, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Are we going to get an explanation as to why everything is happening at the end of this movie? And then we get nothing. We get nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on here? You didn't give me a full explanation as to what's going on. So, fuck you, Sandra Bullock. Fucking clown. Anyway. Great movie, by the way. Great movie. Netflix is really doing a good job with the originals lately. So Big E tonight hypes the Fatal 5-Way, and the winner of this Fatal 5-Way is going to go on to challenge the new Daniel Bryan at the Royal... Can we stop with the new Daniel Bryan, please? This is one of those narratives that WWE drives down your throat, and you get fucking... He's Daniel Bryan. He ain't the new Daniel Bryan anymore, okay? He's the WWE champion. He's fucking Daniel Bryan. He's a vegan psycho. He's a save-the-world fucking... elitist. One of those guys, environmental fucking psycho. Can we just stop with the new shit, please? It's getting very, very old. That's my New Year's resolution, WWE. Stop with the new Daniel Bryan garbage. So we get Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy again. Yeah, this is a great new way to start the year. A fresh direction here with a match that we've already seen twice. Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy. The winner of this match is going to gain entry into a Fatal 5-Way, and the winner of this Fatal 5-Way will challenge Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship. Now, I have a few issues here. Okay, Mustafa Ali. He's got every reason in the fucking world to be in this Fatal 5-Way. He pinned Daniel Bryan. I know that him being there makes sense. Rey Mysterio, I don't know what the fuck Rey Mysterio has done since he's returned to WWE, but he certainly doesn't belong in a fucking number one contenders match. Neither does Randy Orton. Neither does Randy. Didn't he lose to Rey Mysterio at TLC in the ever-popular, everybody's favorite match, the chairs match? I don't understand this shit. And then we got AJ Styles. AJ Styles, I guess, or the real AJ. So we got the new Daniel Bryan, and then we got the real AJ Styles. This is absolutely fucking cringe. Absolutely fucking cringe. And then we got the winner of this match. Like, the only one that belongs there, or you could probably make a case for AJ Styles, but the only one that belongs there is Mustafa Ali. So I ask you, WWE, if you're watching me, why didn't we get an explanation as to why Samoa Joe or Jeff Hardy, depending on who won this match, why does one of these two men have to qualify when you have men in that match that A, don't belong there, and B, didn't have to go through a qualifying process? Did I miss something tonight? Is this the new era or the new direction that we're talking about? Same old shit? I don't understand this logic. So right out of the gate, first SmackDown of the year, boom. Logic gaps. Plenty. Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy. If you've seen these guys wrestle already, nothing new here. Nothing new here. Samoa Joe wins. He gets the coquina clutch on the outside, and he leaves it until about a 9 count. The referee restarts the count. Don't know why. Hardy makes it right back in before the 10 count, but Joe immediately applies the coquina clutch again. Hardy fades away and classifies himself as obsolete, and Samoa Joe wins, going on to the Fatal 5-Way. Again, I ask, Samoa Joe qualify for this match, yet nobody else in this match had to qualify. I don't know what it is with WWE having this issue with Samoa Joe. What is it? Is it the fact that he's over? Or is it that he's not your body type, so you gotta find some way to fuck him over? I don't understand this. Did Kevin Dunn have an issue with Samoa Joe as of late? For the last 3 or 4 months, this guy's been in things, and none of it makes sense. Same old shit every fucking time. You want to push him, you don't want to push him, you want to push him, you don't want to push him. Samoa Joe looks like he went into my shed and he had too much of my wood. He's a thief, man. Who? Samoa Joe? Man, that guy's a fat slob. We were gonna hire him about 10 years ago, and we didn't do it because he was a fat slob. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Samoa Joe has to qualify and nobody else qualifies. So he wins, and he's in the Fatal 5-Way. A match that he was never going to win anyway. So there you go. After the match, Joe stands over Hardy, and we get the hype for Joe qualifying in the main event. So we see a replay of Vince McMahon and AJ Styles from last week. Now, I talked about this on Off the Script, gave you every reason in the book or every possibility. Clearly, everything I mentioned was wrong. It only led to the real AJ Styles coming out of this and getting another shot at Daniel Bryan. So, Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon are backstage and are now talking about what happened. AJ knocks on the door to the office, and AJ comes walking in. Now, AJ says, "You wanted to see me?" And then he asks again, and he looks around in the most cringe-like way I think I've ever seen AJ Styles. And then he asks, "Are you sure you want to see me?" Like he's going to beat someone up. Now, I'm all for bringing out a new persona in AJ Styles. I'm all for a new, I guess, brutal or more vicious or more lethal AJ Styles. But man, can you act any more cringe and unnatural? He looked like he did not belong in that moment whatsoever. And I don't like that they're putting AJ Styles in this situation and it's just being forced upon you. It just came off so terribly. So AJ says Vince wanted the real AJ Styles. Well, watch what happens later on tonight. Unless Vince wants to see it now. So Shane McMahon stands up in defense of his father, and AJ walks off, right? So Shane asks Vince if he's sure he wants to see the real AJ. Vince says absolutely. Shane tells Vince to be careful what you wish for. Vince thinks about the line, and it's just one of those things that, I don't know, I just didn't like this segment. He's thinking about what Shane is saying, and that's the way the segment ended. Now, Shane obviously had his issues with AJ Styles because I know AJ Styles put Shane McMahon through a fucking window before their match in Orlando. They had the best match at that WrestleMania. And I remember AJ, in the storyline, put Shane McMahon's head through a limousine window. So I'm assuming that's what Shane McMahon is talking about, that when AJ Styles really means business, the guy's a fucking sick fuck. So we'll see what happens with this match against Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble. So we go from that to a celebration for the new United States champion, Rusev. Babyface Rusev is not going to work. I'm sorry to tell you clowns in WWE Creative. We've tried this once before, and you missed the boat. You missed the boat. Fans wanted Rusev when he was teaming with Aiden English as part of Rusev Day, as they were vying to be the top tag team on SmackDown Live. You didn't operate, and you didn't, strike while the iron was hot with that team. You let them fade away because they were doing something that was not in the cards for them at the moment. They were getting over organically and naturally, and you didn't like that. Now we're sitting with a babyface Rusev as the United States champion, and I can't fucking stand it. I was once a Rusev guy. Rusev, I'm not taking anything away from him. He had his best match probably on the main roster with Shinsuke Nakamura. That was probably Shinsuke Nakamura's, I don't want to say his best match, but one of the best matches that he's had on the main roster. But that was definitely Rusev's best match in forever. And it was a great way to close that SmackDown Live. It was a nice feel-good moment. But it's not working. And it's not going to work. The whole Lana and Rusev thing as a babyface, they're so much better as a heel. And if this is the version that we're going to get, I am not interested in it whatsoever. I don't really give a shit about Rusev. I don't care that he took the title from Nakamura. The title was worthless to begin with. The only thing I hope for here is that Rusev took the title off Nakamura, and he's going to be a transitional champion to get that title onto Andrade Cien Almas. That's the only thing I want to see happen here. Simple. And I hope that leads to Almas and Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. But Rusev as a babyface, I don't want to see it, nor do I care. It's not going to generate any interest from this viewer. And this was a terrible promo. This was a terrible promo by Rusev. I understand Rusev has charisma and he's got a nice, fun-loving personality, but half the shit that he said here was just fucking cringe. Absolutely cringe. Caleb Braxton asks how his reign will be different than Nakamura's. Rusev says it will be very difficult as he respects the title. He goes on and says that he will defend the title against any opponent and do it with honor. Rusev says he will do it with his hot animal magnetism, and Lana looks on, and he will do it while smelling the bacon-flavored cinnamon buns. I didn't get where they were going with this. You left Titus Catering to become U.S. champion. If you want to go back there, by all means, go back there and let's put the title on somebody that actually deserves it. He pledges his allegiance and goes on with a Rusev Day chant, and then all of a sudden Nakamura comes out and gives him a Kinshasa. Lana jumps on Nakamura's back during this sneak attack, trying to stop him. Rusev doesn't see this and drops Nakamura with a Machka kick. I don't know why. I don't know how we didn't see it. He's got his hot, beautiful blonde wife wearing a bright red suit, jumping on fucking Nakamura, and he didn't see it. So he kicks Nakamura with a Machka kick, and Lana falls off Nakamura's back. And that was that. So Rusev goes over to help his wife, and while he's doing that, he gets a Kinshasa for his troubles. So the feud between Nakamura and Rusev seemingly is not over, but again, I have to reiterate, there's no rematches. So Nakamura is going to have to get back in line, fight his way to another U.S. Championship match because the rematch clauses are no more. I want to see if WWE lives up to continuing this trend of no rematches. We'll see what happens. Not really interested in another match between those two whatsoever. Mandy Rose Let's talk about Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose is in this feud with Naomi. Apparently, she wants, who is it? Jimmy Uso? Jay Uso? Who's she married to? I don't even fucking know, man. Whatever the case may be. We'll go with Jimmy because, I don't know. They both look the same and I can't fucking tell the difference. Anyway, Mandy Rose is out and she is wearing an Uso shirt. She's wearing one of her shirts and she pulls the shirt off and it's revealed underneath that she's wearing an Uso shirt. Now, they're playing this storyline that Mandy Rose is trying to steal Jimmy Uso from Naomi. And in some weird, bizarre fashion, I don't condone this whatsoever, but in some weird, bizarre fashion, Mandy Rose is being portrayed as a husband stealer and coming off as if she can have any man she wants, and she wants Jimmy Uso. Now, I like this version of Mandy Rose. I look at Mandy Rose and I could certainly see, with how she looks and how beautiful she is, I could see her having this seduction-like trance over anybody, really. And in this case, it's Jimmy Uso. She's going to take Naomi's husband. I like it. It might be a little bit too risque for WWE in 2019, but I like it. I think Mandy Rose could play that role perfectly. I think that fits her like a goddamn glove. So, I thought we were getting Mandy Rose versus Naomi. And I'm like, whoa, what happened here? This is way too quick. You're going to blow this feud off already. I don't want to see these two in the ring. They got a nice little thing going on here. It's okay to have more than one women's feud on your show. So, Mandy Rose comes out with Sonya Deville. Rose is getting ready for the match and reveals that she's wearing an Uso shirt. Naomi flips out. Rose then backs off, and Deville takes her place in the match. For some reason, I don't know if it was billed. I wasn't really paying too close of attention. But the match, I believe, was billed to be Mandy Rose and Naomi. And then without any explanation, they're changing rules on the fly. Sonya Deville is now filling in for Mandy Rose. Nothing was explained. Nothing. So we get Naomi unloading on Deville. And Deville comes in for a pin attempt. So we're off to the races here. Naomi goes back to work on Deville, taking her anger out on her because she wanted Mandy Rose. So Rose is trying to interfere. So we get Naomi dropping Deville with a big kick. And then Mandy Rose takes the microphone and stops the match completely. Dumb babyface syndrome here. All right? She takes the microphone. Naomi, like a dumb babyface, turns her back on her opponent while the match is still going on to listen to what Mandy Rose has to say. And Rose says that while she was getting dressed earlier today, she couldn't help but think about Jimmy. So she sent him this, and then she reveals on the Titantron her wearing nothing but a white towel. Man, Tino Sabatelli is one lucky motherfucker, man, I'll tell you that. Mandy Rose shows us this photo on the big screen of her wearing nothing but a white towel. Naomi called her, I believe she mentioned the word hoe. I don't know what she said, you dirty little hoe, or some shit like that. But that's where Naomi was going with this. But during this, Deville takes advantage of the distraction and drops Naomi what looked to be an implant DDT. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Deville covers for the pin and she beats Naomi due to this distraction. That's definitely what I call a distraction. So we go from that more just mind-boggling, I don't know what the fuck's going on, to more mind-boggling, I don't know what the fuck's going on. John Cena and his hairdo is back on WWE. Now, Vince McMahon is advertising John Cena on both SmackDown and Monday Night Raw. If this is any indication of what's to come for John Cena on Monday Night Raw, I would like for you to spare us all. This was not entertaining whatsoever. This was merely nothing more than a desperate ploy at a ratings grab. This did nothing to enhance the show. This did nothing for anybody. It was just something that they did to appease the little fucking goons in the crowd. That's all this was. It meant nothing. It meant nothing. And I didn't like this whatsoever. John Cena's back, being his old cheesy self. Says that he had a big or an interesting, one hell of a 2018. He bought a ticket to WrestleMania. And he says that in his personal life, it also played out in the public this year with his personal ongoings with Nikki Bella. He wrote a children's book that he's proud of. He got to live for 6 months in China, which he thought was pretty cool. And he still thinks this haircut is a good idea. I don't mind the way he looks at all. I don't know why people are making such a big deal about John Cena's hair. But Cena says through all that, he still feels like he can flat like a butterfly or fight like a butterfly and sting like a bumblebee. That was fucking, oh my God, it was so cheesy. It was so cheesy, man. Or fly like a butterfly and sting like a bumblebee. Jesus fucking Christ. I got my notes mixed up. Cena asks if we saw what he did there with the nice little plug inconspicuously for Bumblebee, the new movie, which apparently everybody says is good. The one thing that interests me about the new Bumblebee movie is that whoever directed this fucking film, they made the old school Transformers look return in the new movie. Or everybody looks like the old school. Like Soundwave looks like Soundwave. Starscream looks like Starscream. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Michael Bay fucking ruined Transformers. That's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see. All this futuristic garbage. That's what I remember growing up. Soundwave looking like he does in this movie. So that's cool to see. So he asks why over and over and over again. Why am I here? Why am I here? Cena asks why he's here and says he doesn't have a reason. But the great thing about SmackDown Live is that they will play someone's music in 30 seconds. And that person will come out and say that he's a part-timer with a bad haircut that should leave faster than Nikki Bella left him. Cena goes on and tells them to go ahead and bring that person out. And then out comes the man, Becky Lynch. Becky's in the ring. She meets with John Cena in the middle of the ring. Fans are chanting for Becky. He thinks she's asking how it feels to be back, but she wants to know how it feels to be confronted by the man. So Cena asks, how does it feel? So Becky threw that right back in his face. She says it's not that typical around here anymore. She says that she wasn't trying to take Charlotte Flair off the posters and the billboards in 2018. She was gunning for John Cena. She says Cena represents what this company is all about. She says that that people want someone to step up and take that spot, and that person is her. Becky says if Cena has a problem with that, then Nikki won't be the only woman to drop him this year. They stare at each other, and then all of a sudden, Andrade Cien Almas comes out with Zelina Vega. Vega cut a beautiful promo here, and I don't know why this duo is not being pushed in the right manner on SmackDown Live. She was fantastic here in this promo. Vega hates to interrupt their little testosterone-driven game of one-upsmanship. She taunts them from the stage about being former champions, past tense, and old news. She says Vince McMahon recently promised new faces and new matchups, and the year just started out, but all she sees is an old face with Cena and a broken face with Becky. Ha 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 ha. So Vega says Becky's face didn't really heal up because she's looking rough. Ooh. Vega then formally introduces herself to Cena, then introduces Almas and calls him the future of SmackDown Live. Vega says 2019 will be the year of Tranquilo. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'll believe it when I see it. Cena fires back and introduces himself. Cena actually sounded like old John Cena here, and he had some fucking bass to his voice instead of the fucking cheesy garbage that he came out spewing already. Cena fires back and introduces himself, telling Vega she's out of her weight class. Cena also says that he bets Becky could kick Andrade's teeth down his throat. Cena goes on and issues a challenge for a mixed tag team match. He says, step up or step aside. So, once again, we have Andrade Cien Almas starting the year doing nothing, being a loser, in a mixed tag team match with John Cena and Becky Lynch. Nothing more than a cheap grab at ratings, having Cena there on SmackDown Live. If this is, like I said, if this is any indication of John Cena coming back to WWE and showing up on Monday Night Raw Live, then spare me. This was garbage. Andrade looked great standing next to Vega. That is a nice complimentary piece to the act. Vega makes Almas look great. And her mic skills is on point. They are completely on point. I hated this. I hated every aspect of it. This was not fun to watch. This was downright boring. And I love Becky Lynch, and I love Almas. This was downright boring. John Cena was used as nothing more than, hey, look at us. Look at us. We're cheap, and we don't know what else to do, so we're going to give you John Cena. Who won the match? Almas loses again. The only thing about this is that I'm glad he didn't take the pin. Now, I could be overreacting to Almas. Maybe he has a good showing in the Royal Rumble. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he goes on and becomes one of the Iron Men of the Royal Rumble and really starts getting a nice push on SmackDown Live. Again, I'll believe it when I see it. But I'm glad he didn't take the pin here. I'm glad John Cena didn't pin him to win the match. But he did get a 5-knuckle shuffle. He did get an attitude adjustment. And then he was hit with that fucking lightning punch. My God. If Almas lost this match with the lightning punch, the guy is buried. I'm glad they didn't go with that. Cena knocked Almas out of the ring with the lightning punch. Cena then stands in the ring, but Becky comes from behind and tosses him out of the ring. Vega tries to take advantage of this, but Becky gets the upper hand and applies the disarm her for the submission win. Vega tapped out immediately. After the match, Becky's music hits. Cena offers a handshake, but Becky refuses to do so, and she does the "You Can't See Me." And then John Cena's music hits, and a nice send home happy for the fans. Bullshit. Complete garbage. Asuka is backstage. Triple H walks up and congratulates Asuka. Another cringeworthy moment here. Asuka is better than this. This was just god-awful. He says that she's on a bit of a roll with the win over Naomi and then winning the Women's Championship at TLC, and it's time for the Royal Rumble. Triple H asks Asuka who she feels might deserve a title shot, and then Asuka turns in this weird way, and I guess she's told to stand in a specific way, and she's acting like a fucking clown, you know? She acts all animated, and she's all flailing the arms and shit, and nobody is ready for Asuka. Can't you talk like a normal human being? Why do they have their performers act in this cringe-like manner? I don't understand it. That didn't make her look tough or intimidating. Asuka shouldn't be doing that. Then Charlotte comes in. Then Becky comes in. And then Carmella comes in. All three of them are lobbying for title matches. I don't want Carmella to get a title shot. I don't want Becky to get a title shot at the Royal Rumble. I don't want Charlotte to get a title at the Royal Rumble. And if I had a choice of either one of those three, I'd go with Charlotte. And then Becky will be in the Royal Rumble and win the Royal Rumble. But this was awful. Now, Charlotte has every reason to want a title shot. Ronda Rousey ruined that. Same thing with Becky, the same explanation. By the way, Charlotte looked like fucking death. She looked like fucking Elvira. She looks like a fucking walking corpse. What is she? She's starring in the next Nightmare Before Christmas? The next Freddy Krueger? What's going on here? I guess everybody loves the Dark Charlotte. And then Carmella says that she was champion for 130 days and beat both Asuka and Charlotte twice. Okay, you're off doing 7-second dance breaks for the last 4 months. That deserves a title shot? Fucking ridiculous. So, Triple H says that they're all worthy and will take everything under advisement and then let them know when we've, the McMahons, make a decision. Ridiculous. So garbage. This was absolutely cringe to watch. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know what they're doing with the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Number 1 contender match, main event, Rey Mysterio versus Mustafa Ali versus Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton. This was a fun match. I mean, nothing special about it. It was nice to see Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles mix it up. It was nice to see Mustafa Ali and Rey Mysterio mix it up. It was nice to see AJ Styles and Randy Orton mix it up. There was an instance in this match where my eyebrows perked up. And it was an instance in where Joe put AJ Styles with a uranagi through the announce table. And Randy Orton comes over and he's looking at what destruction Joe has caused. And Joe is looking at Orton and Orton is looking at Joe. And I'm like, man, if you add Almas to this group, that's a nice little trio. It's a nice little main event trio that we got going on there. So I was immediately thinking, wow, that could be something there. You know, I'd like to see them do something with Orton. He ain't really going to be factoring into anything. Samoa Joe really hasn't done anything. Almas isn't doing anything. Almas can come out wearing a suit. Joe could come out wearing a suit. Randy Orton could lead a new evolution, you know, or a new legacy or something like that. But change the name. I like that trio, man. I think that would be a great fucking heel stable. on SmackDown Live. But this was fun, man. So AJ Styles goes through the table, and then Ray and Ali start mixing it up in the ring. This is fun. Ray sends Ali into the corner. Ray rocks Ali, goes to the top. Ali cuts him off, climbs up in the corner. Ray sends him down. Ali comes back with a huge Spanish fly off the top rope. Man, I love that fucking move, man. It's such a beautiful move. And he nailed it perfectly on Rey Mysterio. A huge Spanish fly off the top rope. Ali, slow to crawl over for the pin. Broken up by Joe. Joe grabs a handful of Ali's hair. And Joe unloads with knees. Ali's fighting Joe off. Hits a big DDT. He goes for the 054. He misses it. And Joe then grabs Ali for the coquina clutch and applies it, but Ray comes out of nowhere and hits Ali with a 619 while he's in the coquina clutch. Ray with another 619 on Joe sends him out of the match, out of the ring. Orton pulls Ray off the apron. Orton comes in the ring and drops Ali with an RKO, and that was coming. You've seen Randy Orton setting up for the RKO. And Ray comes flying out of nowhere to break up Orton's pin with a huge leg drop off the top. Ray then kicks Orton into position and hits him with a 619. Joe then grabs Ray and tries to powerbomb him on the outside, but Ray turns that into a hurricanrana, sends Joe into the barricade. AJ goes up for a 450 springboard on Orton, and he nails it and gets the title shot at the Royal Rumble. That 450 by AJ Styles on Randy Orton looked absolutely terrible. AJ Styles, I remember AJ used to hit that move fucking beautifully. That was fucking sloppy. And that was a terrible way to end this fun match on SmackDown Live. That was awful looking. I hope I don't see it that bad ever again. So, I don't know what you guys thought about that, but AJ covered Randy Orton for the pin, and he gets the title shot at the Royal Rumble. So, we're getting another match between Bryan and AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. I was lobbying for Ali. Now, I know Ali is probably someone you guys don't want to see in a title match against Daniel Bryan, but he has every right to want a title match because he pinned Daniel Bryan in a tag team match. And yes, I understand that AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan will probably sell more tickets at Chase Field in Phoenix, and they want to put on the best card possible, and after what those two guys did at TLC, you're probably going to get another classic between those two. But I'd like to see new faces get new opportunities. I just can't see AJ Styles winning the WWE Championship and taking the title back. Daniel Bryan's been too good. And if you're that good in that role that Daniel Bryan's playing right now, there's no reason to take the title off of him at all. So I'm thinking Bryan wins and AJ somehow finds his way into the Royal Rumble. I don't know how. This real AJ Styles is going to come up with a way because he's going to get fucked over by Daniel Bryan. And he's going to find himself in the Royal Rumble. Maybe he beats up R-Truth and takes the number 30 spot. I don't know. But I think AJ Styles is going to end up in the Royal Rumble. He may end up winning the Royal Rumble. I don't know. But it's weird that WWE is doing this real AJ Styles angle, and then on Monday Night Raw, we're getting the old Seth Rollins. It's very interesting. Very interesting correlation there at the same time as we head towards the Royal Rumble, man. But SmackDown Live, it is what it is. I mean, it was a tape show. The sound was awful. The crowd looked completely, comatose, and they didn't look, into it. And then you heard all this cheers and boos and excitement that they fucking piped in during the tape show. It's just, I can't wait for these shows to go back to live. I hate the fucking tape shows because on the main roster because of what they do to alter the crowd. It just sounds completely fucking ridiculous. But this show, it didn't do anything. We got a number one contender for the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship. We got some more names announced for the 30-man Royal Rumble. John Cena came back and did absolutely nothing. SmackDown Live and Monday Night Raw, I'm telling you right now, they need to start changing. Change needs to be instituted this week. Enough is enough. Tired of all the talk. If we don't start seeing some sort of change next week on Monday and Tuesday, there will be issues. And I will go as hard as I ever went in on WWE if they don't start producing fucking change. That's all I want is change, and I want good TV. I'm JD, guys. Thank you so very much for everything. I hope this new setup and new microphone sounded good for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Please follow me on social media, man. JD from NY206 on Twitter. Same thing as Instagram, or on Instagram, rather. JD from NY206 on both. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications. Follow me on Twitch, JD from New York, and then Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206, man. Thank you guys so very much for everything. Monday Night Raw review is live on the channel right now. Go and check that out if you have not done so already, and I will see you guys tomorrow I got a 1.5 hour special going over some of the big things that happened in 2018 and my top 10 matches of 2018. Here's a hint. It's mostly NXT because the main roster was fucking terrible. Thank you guys so very much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with an off-the-script extra. Top 10 matches 2018. I'll talk to you guys later.